OderSo Client has also been updated to 1.21.70 and 71, of course. So to get it, you can go ahead and download their launcher. I'm in their Discord server right now, which is where the official link is. For your convenience, I will paste this exact link right down in the description below as well. If the launcher doesn't work for you, well, then you can also download their DLLs, which are available in their Discord. Anyways, while you're down there in the description, why don't you go ahead and check out my Discord server as well. As you can see, it's a pretty nice place to be, and there's a bunch of other clients here, just like OderSo. Anyways, here are my downloads. I have the OderSo launcher, which we can simply double click on just like this, and then that is automatically going to be opening up. The version right over here, it's automatically going to select the current version of Minecraft you have installed. And for the rest, we can head over to this settings area over here, where you can view these settings if you want to. You can also inject custom DLLs with this through this settings area. But anyways, for right now, we can just close up this and click on launch right over there, and that is actually automatically going to open up Minecraft Bedrock Edition with OderSo Client injected. As you can see here, we got the notification. That means everything was successful. Right now though, I'll just head into a Minecraft world and briefly show you what this is all about. Also, right before we get in, yes, I know that OderSo updated like a little bit of a while ago, but the reason why I didn't necessarily cover it is because clients of which I thought that were of more importance, especially Primordial, updated also, and then OderSo just got pushed back a little. Although it probably is worth mentioning that I have made a full complete usage tutorial on this client before, and I will link that in the description down below. Right now, I'm just going to be showing you guys the basics of how to use it. So as you probably already saw in the notification you got, you can press on the L key to open up the Click GUI area for this client. This basically contains all of the modules that OderSo offers. To turn these on, we can click on this red bit over here, and then to turn it off again, we can click on the now green thing. So basically each of these is a module. If you want to know what it does, you can simply hover over it, and that's going to give you basically a little tooltip showing what it does. If you want to pin any of these, then you can simply click on this star, and then that's going to automatically get pinned to the top. For the rest of these, all have a customization menu, and you can enter that by clicking on them just like so, and you can view their customization options that all of these have. One thing they almost all have is a keybind. They're all unbound by default, except maybe one or two, but keybinds are obviously incredibly useful, and you can set them in almost every single one of these customization menus. So that's obviously pretty neat. For the rest, on the left hand side over here, there's the config manager. Here you can create, manage, save, distribute, whatever configs. What configs do is they save the customizations you have set to all of these utilities and the like. So if you want to save the keybinds, for example, that you have set to the boss bar module, well, then you can do that using the config manager. For the rest, in the client settings area, you can view the client's settings. There's a lot more here than you might think. As you can see, there are many different categories of settings you can choose from. Then finally, we have the HUD editor. Now, what that allows you to do is that some of these modules actually are going to be things that show up on your screen. For example, the CPS, which is going to display your clicks per second. We can turn this on right over here, and where is another one? Maybe we'll choose the keystrokes, and that is going to display the keys I'm pressing. Now, these are going to be on my screen, as you can see, but I don't like the locations where they're at, and for that, we're going to go into the HUD editor, and that allows me to move around all of these modules just like that. So that's pretty neat. And then finally, for the ones that show up on your screen, I mean, I'm not going to lie, no disrespect to the OderSo devs, but these things look ugly as hell right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this Click GUI area, then open up one of these utilities, for example, the keystrokes, and then we can see the thing right in the bottom over here, and you can customize the entire way it looks in its customization menu. So that's pretty neat. Maybe we want to just make these transparent, or almost completely transparent, and then I'll make it black just like that. Then we can save that, and then we probably do like the same thing to this, make like that, make it largely transparent, and then go something like this, save. And now this is what it looks like. That was actually, this actually looks pretty nice now, man. I mean, I just did that as an example in like 20 seconds, but yeah, so basically that's how all of these utilities work. For the rest, yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.